Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel. So, I just got done watching one of Avalon's videos, and she was talking about her friend. Um, One of her friends was allowing a couple, I think, to stay in their house, and they were in their active addiction, and they ended up robbing her and taking a bunch of her clothing and a bunch of her face care stuff. And I know how important my clothes and my makeup is to me. So I can just imagine, how upsetting that is, especially when, you work hard for your things. Well, it got me to thinking about how easy it is to want to give of ourselves and help other people. But if we don't have the means to help ourselves, we really don't have any business helping anybody else. Especially someone that's in active addiction. Like, if I ever go to help anybody that's still using, I always take someone else with me that's got more sober time than me. And I don't have anybody over my house that still actively uses. Just because I do have nice things and I don't want my things to get taken. I have jewelry that's expensive, and I've accumulated some nice things in the last 3 years, and well, I don't want them to get stolen. And even if the person is my best friend, and they're using, I'm not going to allow them in my house. But that's not even the point. Like, the point I was getting at is, like, we all want to help people, especially when we first get sober. We're feeling good and we're excited about our sobriety, and we just want to fucking share that shit with somebody else. We just want to tell everybody about how we're recovering and that we're finding a new way to live. But there's one thing that my sponsor taught me early on, is that I only have experience in my addiction. I've only had 3 years of experience in recovery. All those other years, 13 plus years, were in active addiction. So I really don't have that much experience staying sober. I have more experience in addiction than I do have staying sober. So it's best for me to get guidance from somebody else who has more experience staying sober. So that way, when I'm ready to help somebody else, I'll be able to do that, and I'll know, my boundaries. I think what happens a lot of times is we want to help, and we get caught up with not being able to set boundaries. Like, if someone is coming into your home and they're actively using, like, you got to set that boundary and say, you're not allowed to be here. When my fiance relapsed, I had to tell him he had to go stay at his mom's house, until he sobered up, because I had to set that boundary. It's just like too much of a dangerous situation to have people in your house that are, actively using, especially if you're leaving them alone there. Like, not me. That's why God gave us sense. That's why God gave us brains. And we have to use them, you guys. Like, we can't just walk around thinking everybody has our best interest at heart, because that's just not the case. And when people are in their active addiction, it's not that they are bad people. It's not that they don't have our best interest. It's not that they don't care about us, but they're sick in their addiction and they don't know any other way. And so a lot of the times what happens is those morals and those values that we had when we were, before we got high, they go out the window whenever we get on drugs and alcohol, and all that shit. It doesn't matter, especially when you're struggling and you need to get your fix. I know when I was struggling, I would take money out of my mom's wallet. I would pawn jewelry. I would pawn other people's phones that I stole from them, or tablets or iPads, lots of stuff. So just like when we were getting sober, we had to work our way up and we had to find our way. We have to allow other people to find their way. And we also can't go around trying to offer help to people when we can't even help ourselves. There's another thing that I learned, that if I can't give without expecting anything back in return, then I don't have any business giving. I need to give as if I'm never going to get that back. So, yeah, I just wanted to share that because I know that when I first got sober, I wanted to help everybody. And my sponsor had to tell me to step back, slow down, and just chill. For that first year, I had to just like listen to what she said. I didn't get on Facebook or YouTube and make videos. I didn't really talk about anything because I needed to really learn how to set boundaries and how to do the right thing and how to practice and retrain my brain for this sobriety thing, because I didn't know how to live my life without drugs and alcohol. I also think what happens is when we are like wanting to help our friends and they're still using, is it's a codependency issue. You know, maybe we don't have any chaos or drama going on in our life. So what we do is, oh, let me invite some of my friends over that are drugging and drinking still, and that will bring some chaos, and I'll have something to fix then. It's like we are so used to having chaos and drama in our lives that when we have peace, we think we're bored. But it's not boredom. It's just no bullshit. There's no bullshit going on anymore, you know? So I love my peacefulness. I don't have any drama. I got my son. He's got his friend over. My house is clean. I don't have people in and out of my house ever. I hate that. I won't put up with it. But if you're struggling, you guys, and you have friends that are wanting to come stay with you and you're trying to stay sober and they're not, no. If the only way I would allow somebody to come in my home and stay is if they could pay me rent. And it better be, I mean, I'm going to charge them $300 to stay in a room. That's, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even if they were using, I wouldn't let them. I wouldn't let them, because all it takes is one time for someone to come in my home and see some people having needles out or drugs out, and then they'll think, oh, that girl's a bad mom. You know what I mean? Like, there's a bigger picture. We have to protect our loved ones and our family members, our kids. So, oh man, that just, when I heard about them stealing from her, I just thought, man, that sucks. I've been there, you guys, and I used to straddle the fence. I used to let people come to my house. This is like way before I ever got sober this time. But it was when I would try to get clean, and then I would wonder why I would relapse. I would wonder why I was struggling. It was because I was straddling the fence. I kept letting people come around me. I kept going around other people that were using. You guys, I don't fool with nobody. Nobody I know has the ability or prescriptions to any medications that I would want to get high on. Like, it's too dangerous for me. And I don't have any friends. I'm just going to be straight up with you guys. Like, my friends are my husband, my sisters, and my mom and dad, and my mother-in-law, and my one friend, Jen, and then all you guys on the internet. You know, Nate, it's just too dangerous. And I don't want to lose my recovery. So I just thought I'd share that with you guys. Like, it really is important to build your recovery, to build your sobriety. If you haven't been sober for over a year, don't worry. Don't worry about helping people. Other people who have been sober longer than you have will do that. You just work on you. Okay, that's the main goal, is working on you and getting that sobriety strong. So that way, when you do get to your year and a half, 2 years, then you can be of service to other people. Okay? I'll talk to you guys later.